Hey, happy Thursday. I am so glad that you are with us. If you joined us on Tuesday, and I suppose if you didn't, on Tuesday we talked about control. Because I like to have control of my life. I like to have things scheduled. I like to know what's happening. I like to know what the plan is. It's why I carry a calendar around. I want to know what's going on each day, each week. It's one of the things that I actually found really stressful, kind of in the height of our lockdown, in our pandemic, because so much was out of control and so little was happening. It bugged me to no end that my calendar was just blank. There weren't specific things that had to be done on specific days. There weren't specific places that I needed to be, but there was still all of this stuff that kind of needed to get done. I felt a lack of control. All of the things that I like to do on any given day, all of the family activities, all of the extracurriculars, all the school stuff, all of it just all kind of melted away. And it left me feeling a lack of control. And that's the question that we have here, right? Who is in control? If you were with us last time on Tuesday, you would have known that we talked a bit about Jesus reminding us that we do not have the ability to take one strand of hair on our head and will it into a different color. You know, I'm sporting a touch of gray here and there, and if I wanted to, I couldn't change it back to brown. You know, when I was a kid, my hair was super light blonde, and if I wanted to go back to that kind of platinum blonde, and I didn't feel like buying dye or going to a hairstylist, I can't will it back. I don't have that kind of control, even though it's my hair and my body. I can't. I can't force it to do that. I can't force it to be thicker. I can't force it to grow the way I want it to grow. It just kind of is doing what it wants to do. Who is in control? Jesus' brother, James, he gives us this nugget of advice when we're talking about control. James says this, "Now listen, you who say today or tomorrow, we are going to go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business and make some money. Why, you don't even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogant schemes. All such boasting is evil." This line right here, why you don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow, has been ringing in my ears lately. Because we're finally able to start making some plans. Little ones. I'm watching events begin to creep back into my calendar. Think of church here. We're planning right now on having in-person services for the first time since March, starting on August, I want to say 2nd, whatever the first Sunday of August is. I think the 2nd, maybe the 3rd. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But here we are. We're planning on it. It's in my calendar. I hope it's in yours. You know, it's a possibility. But we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Every day, I check to see what the new COVID update is. Are the numbers in our province going up? Are they going down? Are they staying the same? Because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We're recording this earlier in the week, but on Wednesday, the province was supposed to update us about what school could look like. They're trying to make plans for September. We don't know what September is going to look like, or October, or November, or December. We don't know. So everything that's on my calendar that's more than a couple of days in advance or a week or more in advance, I always feel like I'm kind of penciling it in because I don't know. And that drives me crazy. And what James is telling us is all of those times where we wrote into our calendars, in ink, or we felt like we were carving things in stone because we knew what was going to happen a year from now or a week from now. We were wrong. I mean, we may not have been wrong in the sense the thing that we thought was going to happen in a year or a month or a week did happen. But we were wrong when we thought we knew for sure it was going to happen. Because if there's anything that we have learned lately, it's this. All plans are tentative. All plans are tentative. Weddings are tentative. Funerals are tentative. Your kids going to school, you going to work, everybody going anywhere is tentative. We don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. James calls us a mist, which sounds kind of rude, but what he really means is we're here today and gone tomorrow. And in the blink of the timeline of this planet, he is not wrong. Our life is short. We're here and we're gone, and we feel like we have control, but so much is out of our control. So what do we do? Last time on Tuesday, I said it was about trust. And here I'm going to double down on that because I really do think it is. Because I can't control tomorrow, and I can't see tomorrow, and I can only kind of predict tomorrow. But if you had asked me in January what my July was going to look like, everything I told you would have been wrong. Everything. Everything. So when I say to trust, I don't mean that God is going to remove every roadblock in our lives. Because you know, and I know, that COVID placed roadblocks in our lives that did not get removed. I had plans in March and April and May and June that did not happen. I had plans in July that have not happened and will not happen. And we've abandoned a lot of our plans for October and September and forward to try to make new ones, knowing that it's all tentative. So trusting in God doesn't mean that he's going to make your plans function the way you want them to. That's not the promise of fear not. The promise is that God is with you. Think about that for a second. The promise isn't, I will make everything better. The promise isn't, I will make everything easy. The promise isn't that you will never fail or never be frustrated or never be devastated or that your hopes and dreams will always come true. That is not the promise that God offers us when we realize that we lack control of what's going on around us. The promise is, I'll be with you. Or to put it as Jesus said, and surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. So right now, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what has been thrown into chaos, no matter how crazy your calendar looks compared to what it was supposed to look, no matter how disappointed you are, this promise is still true. I'm with you until the very end of the age, until the end of the road, for as long as you keep going, and then some. I'm with you. You're not in this alone. And listen, if I could control everything, I'd probably mess it up. I probably wouldn't do it right. But this promise encourages me. Because it tells me I'm not in this alone. Jesus is with me. That's it. That's all for me today. I look forward to connecting with you on Sunday. We'll be here on Facebook Live and YouTube and Instagram around 10:15. So I look forward to seeing you then. So stay safe and God bless.